Now I'd like to introduce our council president, Michelle Yamakaitis.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 100th anniversary celebration of the incorporation of the City of Linden. I am Council President Michelle Yamakaitis, and it is my pleasure to welcome everyone here today. In case you have not already heard, prior to 1925, we had two Lindens, the Township of Linden and the Borough of Linden. Today, we want to take you back to 1925 to learn more about what Linden was like 100 years ago and reminisce on how we progressed through generations of strong working-class families, businesses, and world-renowned industries that put Linden, New Jersey on the world map. As a city, we have a history that we should be proud of. Today's celebration was planned to have something for everyone. Music from 1925 to today's popular artists, history of Linden trivia contest, family games for all ages, a magic show later today, followed by DJ Drewski and crew for our youth to conclude the day. This is a birthday celebration for the city of Linden that we want all to remember. To get the festivities started, I have the pleasure of introducing the leader of the great city of Linden, our mayor, Derek Armstead.
That's right. Good afternoon, everybody. My staff wrote me a speech. I don't like speeches. I like bullet points, and I think I know enough about Linden to go up to bullet points, but I'm going to read the speech. One important note here, for my family, the Armsteads, Linden has been a home since 1927. We forged deep roots in this remarkable city, a legacy soon to reach a century of connection. And the prospect of celebrating our family's history in this town, right along with the city's history, is an honor that truly transcends words. It's a fascinating historical footnote that Union County was the last of New Jersey's 21 counties. It took shape in 1857, preceding the establishment of our own town. Just 3 years later, in 1861, Linden Township emerged, laying a foundation for our city's unique character. Consider this. Linden's very beginnings unfolded just 5 weeks before the eruption of the devastating American Civil War, a defining chapter in our nation's history that surely left a mark on our young community. It's striking that from its earliest days, much like the present, Linden confronted the core question of civic responsibility. Who pays for essential advancement and what constitutes a just share? This fundamental challenge continues to resonate, and our success in responsible financial management and tax control speaks volumes about Linden's progress. Moreover, I stand with immense pride in a long line of dedicated Linden mayors, a tradition of service that began in 1925 with the adoption of our current governmental structure. This unbroken thread of leadership underscores our enduring dedication to the residents of Linden. Now that's a speech. What I need to say is that since this town was founded, it's been great, it's always been great, and it's going to continue to be great. We have a variety of people, we're very multicultural, and I think everybody has something to add to this town to continue in our progress and continue to make it a great city. I'm very thankful to have been born in this town. My grandfather came to Linden in 1927, so we're 2 years away from our family Centennial, and he landed right on Southwood Avenue and 16th Street, right on top of Kimmelman's Butcher Shop. And we've cultivated a lot of relations over the years. And I think those relationships have led to me to become the mayor of this town, Linden's first African-American mayor. And to tell you how great the town is, when I was first elected as Linden's first African-American mayor, African-Americans were only 23% of the population. That means that everybody came together to put me here. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the diversity of this town, and I appreciate the progress that we're making in this town. It's a beautiful town. If you don't think so, just take a look at your neighbor, look around. This is a wonderful town, a great place to raise children, a great place to live. We have services for our seniors, services for our young people, and I'm just thankful that you all decided to make me your mayor, because if it wasn't for you, there'd be no me. God bless you all, and enjoy 100 years. And let today not be the only day that we celebrate the 100 years. We have a number of other festivities that are going to occur during the course of the year, and I think as we go to each one of these festivities, we should remember that we're celebrating 100 years, so today is just a kickoff. Thank you very much for coming out, everybody. Enjoy the day and enjoy our festivities.
Happy birthday, Linden! 100 years and counting. Pa-da! See you in the next 100. Well, no, I won't be here, hopefully. That'd be bad.
Happy birthday, Linden!
Happy 100th year anniversary, City of Linden.
Hey everyone, my name is Eloy Javier Delgado and I'm currently the councilman of the 6th Ward, and I just want to wish everyone in Linden a happy 100th year anniversary.
I'd like to call up Council President Pro Tem, Ralph Strano.
Thank you, Sandy, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say thank you for all your efforts. I know it's a difficult task to put these events together. Just want everybody to know that she's the one that's doing all that heavy lifting here. Oh, this doesn't fit here. Okay, so my good friend Joe Bodig, who's our city clerk, and he's also our county commissioner, was here earlier. He had a previous appointment that he couldn't stay any longer, and they asked me to read this. This is a resolution from the County Freeholder Board. It reads as follows. Yeah, thank you. From the Union County Board of County Commissioners, resolution. Chairwoman Lourdes Leon, Vice Chairman Joseph C. Bodig, Commissioners James E. Baker, Jr., Michael E. Michelle S. Delisfort, Sergio Granados, Betty Jane Kowalski, Alexander Mirabella, Kimberly Palmieri Mudad, and Rebecca L. Williams. That's our county board. This is presented by myself for Joe Bodig and the entire board there. Whereas the Union County Board of County Commissioners wish to congratulate the City of Linden upon celebrating its 100th anniversary at the City of Linden 100th Anniversary Street Fair on Saturday, May 17, 2025. And whereas the story of the naming of the city in Linden revolves about a Mrs. Tenney who lived on Dark Lane, which is now Park Avenue, and because of the many beautiful linden trees in the vicinity, she considered Linden Road a more suitable name and placed a sign with a new name on the blacksmith shop at the corner of St. George's Avenue. Abraham Aaron Moore, having noticed the sign, recommended the adoption of Linden as the name for the then newly formed township. An act of the state legislature dated March 4th of 1861 created the township of Linden. And whereas prior to the city of Linden, there was the township and borough of Linden, the township was a busy commercial center sparked by a group of go-getting boosters known as the Wood Avenue Improvement Association. The borough, on the other hand, was a dignified community where the residential improvements and quiet, harmonious surroundings were of prime importance. Realizing that ultimately the township would absorb the borough and that it was cheaper to run one government than two, and that a certain prestige would come along with being a city, the two municipalities consolidate to form the City of Linden on January 1st of 1925. And whereas the social life of the City of Linden underwent a gradual change as the community became industrialized and farms made way for factory buildings and residential areas, large numbers of Europeans came into the area in search of employment in the newly founded and expanded industries. These were followed by more and more commuters who resided in Linden and worked in New York and the surrounding communities. From 1865 to the end of the century, the nation experienced a surge of industrial activity. Fueled by this expansion, Linden grew rapidly, By 1885, several industries had been established in the Tremley area. Around 1900, Linden began awakening to the advantage of its waterfront as an industrial site. The first large industries to locate in the section were oil and chemical plants. Linden's destiny was assured with the coming of Standard Oil. From that time, the development of the city's industry had been phenomenal, and whereas today Wood Avenue continues to serve as the commercial heart of the city of Linden, just as it did when it was first established in 1925. The enduring presence of landmarks like the Lottery Building across the street from City Hall, built in the mid-1930s by an English business organization, reflects the city's rich blend of historic charm and modern growth from farmland and estates. And now, therefore, be it resolved that the Union County Board of County Commissioners hereby congratulate the city of Linden upon celebrating its 100th anniversary, and be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution suitably prepared be presented to Mayor Derek Armstead as a sincere token of this board's congratulations, signed and sealed May 15th of 2025, and signed by James D. Pelletieri, clerk of the board. Thank you.
Give that to the mayor. While Councilman Strano presents the mayor with the resolution from the county, I also have one. I know it's warm out there, and we do have our local historians going to come up and talk about the incorporation of Linden. So we're not going to read all these resolutions to you, but we do have from the City Council a resolution acknowledging the 100th anniversary of the City of Linden. So, Mayor. Okay. And I was also asked to present you with, from Nick Scutari, our Senate President, Nick Scutari, from the New Jersey Legislature, acknowledging our 100th anniversary celebration today. Senator Scutari is Linden born, so his heart is right here in Linden, and he sends his regrets that he could not be here today. So,
happy 100th year anniversary for Linden.
these events for the community. Like in 1925 when we had the immigration, it was a melting pot, Linden. We had so many different diverse communities, and we continue to be that way today. When we have these festivals, it brings everybody together, where everybody can work together, have fun, meet new people, so these festivals are important. It's a birthday party, and that's what we wanted, something for everyone. We had our trivia for the older folks that enjoy that, but we wanted to have some stuff for the children that they could come like they went to an actual birthday party. They're going to be bringing out a cake soon, so they're going to be giving out cookies. We're going to have a magic show, so this was geared something for everyone. At this time, I'd like to introduce our city council members who are here today. We have from the 2nd Ward, Councilman Barry Javik. From the 4th Ward, we have Councilman Alfred Muhammad. That's right. From the 5th Ward, we have Councilman Carlos Rivas. Okay. From the 6th Ward, we have our newly elected Eloy Delgado. 7th Ward, Councilman Ralph Strano. That's you. Okay. 9th Ward, Alfred Rodriguez. And last but not least, Christine Hudak. Yep. Yes. In 1925, we did not have any women council persons up here. So now we have Mayor Armstead. We have a lot of women up there. When I first came on council, I was the only woman. So it's nice to have some camaraderie. So.
Thank you. Now I would like to call up a very nice lady we work on many committees together. She does a lot of volunteer hours. She wants to give a testimonial from the Historical Society. Miss Mary Beth Strano.
Thank you. I'll try to be brief. My name is Mary Beth Strano. I've lived in Linden for over 40 years. I've been a part of the effort to preserve Linden's history for about 25 years. Currently, I'm with the Linden Cultural and Heritage Committee, which runs a lot of the events that we've had, and we're all volunteers. I worked with Rebecca Totoli and Beatrice Bernzot. Beatrice Bernzot had seen a need to preserve the rich history of Linden. There were some books and photos stored at the library, but that was really the only resource that was available locally. Her first undertaking was a Rosie the Riveter reunion. She did research and contacted as many people that had worked at Eastern Aircraft during World War II, which is General Motors, which is currently Legacy Square. With the cooperation and support of the city, the refinery, Infinium, and Linden Airport, we had a Rosie the Riveter reunion with over 150 Rosie the Riveters attending, and that was done in Linden Airport in the hangar. Joe Bodek, our county commissioner and city clerk, his mother was one of our original Rosie the Riveters. We tried to find a permanent location for the Historic Society, but that was not easy to do. We had several temporary places that we kept the collection we had, and we had some displays. The first one was in Senator Joe Saliga's office on Wood Avenue. The second one was at the Linwood. B. Bernzot helped preserve the Linwood from keeping it from being redeveloped because it was such a historical building. So the Linwood is still there today with her help. We had a display in her back room, and we moved back to our location on Wood Avenue for another year or so. But then all of the items had to be put in storage, and they were there until she passed, unfortunately. Right now, we are hoping to eventually find another place to display that. We have Fred Castle, who is going to take the lead on the Historic Society that he has done. I wasn't born in Linden, but many people were. So I'd like to turn this back over to Sandy. Thank you. And I hope I just gave you a little bit of education about what we tried to do.
I know, it's a whole lot of information in a short period of time. But keep an eye out. We're going to be running other programs. We're going to do a program for the seniors at the JTG. We're going to bring the story over to John Street. We're also going to have programs in the library. There's a lot of great stuff that people have been dropping off to my office. Wonderful pictures from the past. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Look forward to it.
Happy birthday, Linden! Feliz cumpleaños, Linden! Happy birthday, Linden! Happy birthday, Linden! Oh, that's awesome! Happy birthday, Linden! Happy birthday, Linden!
And every year we have a kids' park day. We normally have it in the park, and the kids do a little fishing. They play a lot of games. But we decided to bring it here. Why not have our 100-year anniversary with some of the children who may be around to see the next 100 years? My hat goes off to Sandy Jackson and Michael Jackson. These two people, Sandy is our events coordinator, and Michael Jackson is a retired fireman. And all these folks do is give of themselves. So while Sandy is an event coordinator, she puts so much time in her off time. You would think she works 24/7. These two people, you can count on them for almost anything. And speaking of Sandy Jackson, here she comes now. You would think she works 24/7 because she works even in her off hours. Does a great job. Her and her husband is a tremendous volunteer. You can almost rest assured that if Sandy's involved, it's going to be successful. We thank her for all her efforts, and she's the person that really put everything together here. So I provide the funding, and she does everything else.
Well, the first thing when you're putting on an event like this is you really have to want to. I want the community to get together because we're very diverse. I want them to do things together and interact. And then we make a plan, and the plan is always this big. And then it gets chopped down a little bit because we have big dreams. We always dream big here in Linden, New Jersey. And we always turn out with a wonderful event. And with the support of the mayor and the council and the recreation department, we're able to get this done.